Nightmares by Jason Segel and Kristen Miller is about a 12-year-old boy named Charlie Liard and his adventure through the netherworld in an effort to face his fears. In the beginning of the story, Charlie stays up all night in an effort to avoid the witch that locks him in a cage every night in his nightmares. One night, while sneaking downstairs to get coffee, Charlie's stepmom catches him and asks him why he is up. However, instead of telling her, Charlie gets mad and refuses to tell her why he is up because he thinks she's a witch. The next day at school, Charlie tries to get help from his three best friends, Alfie, Rocco, and Paige. The three friends are totally on board to help him until they hear about his suspicion against his stepmom. They believe there's no way she could be a witch because nightmares aren't real. That night, Charlie is visited by the witch in his nightmares, and she promises to visit him in the real world the next night. So the next night, the witch comes and tries to take Charlie back to the place where nightmares are made, called the netherworld. Charlie refuses to go, so the witch kidnaps Charlie's brother Jack, and so Charlie follows them through the portal into the netherworld. While in the netherworld, he meets Dabney. Dabney tries to help Charlie, but later gets put on trial for his efforts. Another person Charlie meets is Medusa, son of Medusa. Medusa tries to help Charlie get back home, but Charlie refuses to go back without his brother. In an effort to find Jack, Charlie finds Alfie in his nightmare. Charlie helps Alfie escape, which causes the entire netherworld to try and look for them. After they rescue Alfie, Medusa takes the kids back to his mom's house for disguises so they can break Dabney out from his trial. As the three sit in the courtroom waiting to liberate Dabney, they notice that on the screen, Paige's nightmare is being broadcasted. Charlie goes to break out Paige, which alerts the whole world of their presence and whereabouts. While Medusa stays back to liberate Dabney, the kids go off to find Jack, but end up finding Rocco during his nightmare. With the help of the three friends, Rocco is freed, and they head to the nightmare version of Charlie's stepmom's mansion. Inside, Charlie finds a fake version of his family where he has been replaced, and the witch is serving them breakfast. Because he was emotional, Charlie runs up to Jack's room where he finds the real Jack during his nightmare. Charlie helps Jack get over his fear, and the only thing left to do is get over his own. Charlie goes outside to his old house and sees his mother, who he hasn't seen in 3 years since she died. Charlie faces his fear by saying goodbye to her and returns back to the real world where he realizes his stepmom loves him and only wants to help him and the family become whole. Charlie develops in the story differently throughout the text. At first, Charlie becomes mean and bitter and makes everyone around him miserable. However, as Charlie faces his fear, he becomes more and more courageous and ultimately grows and matures for the better. What makes this book memorable are the detailed description of each person's nightmare and the monsters that live in the netherworld. This should not be added to the CHHS summer reading list because some people may find it boring at times and because the ending was very predictable.